Live from Studio B and KPRC2. Houston Life starts now.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Houston Life on this Thursday, also known as Baby Friday Eve. I'm Courtney Savala.
Hi, everybody. I'm Derek Shore. Glad to have you with us today. And today on our show, we are honoring a local emergency hero. Meet the 911 operator who took the call when 3 deputies were shot.
Plus, sprucing up your home for spring from the inside out. Some easy projects that we're going to help you get tackled this weekend.
And some good gadgets you don't want to miss. But first, we had kind of a late night out on a school night last night, Courtney.
But it was so fun and fashionable.
It was so much fun. Runway Houston, it's their 10th anniversary. Last night was night 1. Here's some video behind us playing from Post Houston, you know, one of our favorite hangouts.
Such a great backdrop.
It was fantastic. Omar Marcus, of course, organizes this event every single year, and it was great to see some of our favorites. Jonathan Blake, diversity clothing, streetwear shown for the first time at Runway Houston. Samira Faridi, and of course, our buddy Alan Gonzalez.
I know. It was so lovely. I got to tell you, the runway was fantastic. The fashion was fantastic. If you missed it, don't worry. Night 2 is tonight. Tickets are still available at the same place, and you'll see some friends of Houston Life there as well. Chastity Surreal, who made it to the finals of Project Runway this year's season, and also our friend Reagan Bregman, who will be showing her athleisure line there, Exisa. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah.
And it's a great congratulations too on 10 years for Runway Houston. Also showcasing up-and-coming designers that need the publicity.
Well, and so many of these local designers who go on from Houston to create a national brand and a national presence. It's so great to watch them through this process gain more exposure and notoriety. As you mentioned, tickets are still available, runwayhouston.com. It's standing room only.
Yes.
So if you are buying tickets at this hour, it's standing room only. But the great news is go to Post Houston early, have a drink at the bar, go to have ice cream, some sushi, whatever you want, you can find there, make a night out of it. And I got to tell you, it was a little rough this morning waking up, Courtney.
A little bit for you?
A little bit, but we made it to work.
Hey, we're here. It's 3 o'clock. So also a big thing yesterday that happened.
How about those Astros?
Well, we're not going to talk about the score, but we are going to talk about the uniforms because if you know, the Space City uniforms were unveiled. Well, the players wore them on the field last night.
Yeah.
And so they were unveiled a few days ago. But this is a super popular launch. This is part of Nike's City Connect. There's 9 teams total. The Astros blew the numbers out of the water for the launch of this particular jersey. Unbelievable.
Because they look so cool. They
look so cool. Such a great repping our city. I love the patch with our area codes on it. It's such a nod to who we are.
Well, and aren't they flying off the shelves at the team store?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
They can't keep
there was
them
a
in stock.
line when they had them the first day. It's unbelievable. The team will now wear these jerseys, even though yesterday was Wednesday, every Monday at the home games throughout the season. So be prepared, and let's just get these losses out of our system.
Yeah.
And if you watched the show on Monday, you saw that Reagan Bregman, someone's toilet paper must have been flipped the wrong way. That's what happened. So flip your toilet paper the right way so we get a W. We'll go back and play the clip a little bit later.
That's a thing?
It's a thing. It's part of her superstitions.
Oh, okay. Well, we also have a really cool giveaway. You can enter for your chance to win Space City jersey and Space City souvenirs. Look how cool that stuff is
awesome.
Right there. So click to houston.com/contest. This is only for insiders. But the good news is it's totally free to join. So if you haven't yet, go for it.
That's right. Go for it. And, of course, the Stros start a new series today with the Toronto Blue Jays. And, you know, we could see a familiar face coming there, George Springer.
George Springer, yeah.
So he has been injured, so we'll see. Not sure if he's playing yet today, but last time he was here, they got a standing ovation as well. He's a great player. And
bittersweet, too, to see our beloved George Springer playing against the Stros. That's going to be interesting. But we'll be glad, of course, to welcome him back. Hey, do you hear this? Comedian Chris Rock, he's coming to Sugar Land.
Yeah.
But guess what? So many of those tickets have been sold. They added another date.
Oh.
He will be at Smart Financial Center November 5th and now also November 6th. Tickets are still available, obviously, because that show, the second show, was just announced.
Yeah.
But, of course, ever since the whole incident, the infamous moment there at the Oscars this year, his popularity, a lot of fans have rallied around him to support, go see the shows, buy the tickets, and we think it's phenomenal.
Absolutely. And, you know, he has said in recent shows, right after the Oscars that he hasn't had time to process it yet. He will talk about it, so who knows, by the time November comes around.
Interesting.
Might be enough time, you know.
Yeah. By the time November rolls around, it will have been 8 months since the Oscars, right?
I know.
Huh,
All right. Okay, this is so cool. We've been talking about this all week. Some Houston celebrities are dodging their way into a really good cause this weekend with a friendly game of dodgeball. Friendly dodgeball. I don't know. Do those work?
Dodgeball's pretty friendly, unless you use those old school rubber balls.
Unless you're competitive.
Unless you're Courtney, and then she goes in for the kill. Well, listen, this is all happening in East Downtown, and all these local celebs are doing it to raise money for some of their favorite charities. Joe Sam is hanging out there right now, giving us the play-by-play. Joe, how's it going so far?
It is going great, Derek and Courtney. And like you just mentioned, competitive is what it's going to be, because a lot of them are going to be bringing that energy out here at Pitch 25 this Saturday. It's going to be kicking off from 1 to 4, so everybody's going to be able to come and check this out and support what they're doing, because they're doing some amazing work. And we have some of those Houston celebrities here with us right now. Let's go and walk on over to the field right now to talk to Justin and Whitney here. This is going to be amazing, you guys, and I know you guys already. Look at that. They've been giving out all of this bragging rights since we started. You guys had the award event last night, and now you're going to be doing some amazing things come Saturday. How do you feel about doing something like this, Justin?
Man, it feels amazing. You know, on a multitude of ways. One, we get to come out here and have fun. We get to interact with the Houston community. Get to play some dodgeball. See a lot of friendly faces that way, you know. Get to scratch that itch of competitiveness that I know me and my comrade here have always gotten. And we
take a big old L.
Oh, man.
Okay.
See, it's already started. It's already.
Well, you brought something with you, right?
I did. You know what I mean? Just you know what I mean. If anybody forgot who last year's champion was, just as a subtle reminder of who the champ is.
What do you have to say about that?
I'm going to tell you that this right now. Look, he just brought that trophy because it's going to get snatched up. Okay? He talked about manifesting, you know, your reality. Oh, I'm manifesting it right now, because his whole team is going to get pummeled. I'm going to tell you that right now.
That's right. And so what's the strategy? What do you guys, because of course you already have a winning strategy from last year. What's going to be the strategy this year for both of you guys?
Load up, man. It's just simple. Load up. Watch the movie Dodgeball about 5-10 times. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and I think the last one is dodge again, right? We're playing dodgeball, so that's going to be the strategy.
A lot of Advil is what's going to be needed after this here, right?
Oh, man, look, man, you know, I'm retired now, so, man, hey, you know, these young boys aren't going to go easy on you. You know,
man,
so.
He's trying to set the trap, man. He's like, they're not going to go easy on me. I'm going to just ease my way in there. You're going to come out there like a Super Saiyan. You know?
Look, I'm telling you, hey, it's always the wise who wins. I'm telling you.
You got to think smart.
Yeah.
Smarter, not harder. Of course, you guys, this is going to be great. When we come back, we're going to be talking to another celebrity that's going to be joining them. You guys don't go anywhere, because we're going to play some dodgeball here, just so I can see what their skills are looking like, and just to give you guys a little preview of what you can expect when you come out here on Saturday. Again, you want to make sure that you go and check all of this out. We're going to have that on our website, HoustonLife.tv, with more information. But don't go anywhere, because we're going to put these guys to test. They got a lot of bragging. They talk a lot, so let's see if they can actually prove it out here at Pitch 25. Right now,
Joe, you're like a target in the neon.
We're going to throw things back to you guys. Right. I know I am a big target. I'm a big target, so they're going to really be finding me wherever I go. But we're going to throw this back to you guys.
I love it. And those two, I mean, the competitiveness between them, it's fantastic.
It's going to be great. And next time, Joe, just wear a camouflage jersey. That's all you need. But the bright yellow, you're right.
He looks good in neon.
He stands out.
Absolutely.
Right.
Still to come, could you stay calm when lives are at stake? We're going to talk to this 911 operator who took the call. Well, listen to this, when 3 deputies were shot.
It is such an incredible story. You do not want to miss it. Houston Life will be right back.
Well, welcome back to Houston Life. It's time now for our H-Town Sit Down, and today we are recognizing the life-saving work done by local emergency heroes.
Yeah, we have 911 Telecommunicator of the Year, Datasha Arce, along with Sonia Clausen of the Greater Harris County 911 Emergency Network. Ladies, welcome to you both. Sonia, sorry, I called you Sonia. Welcome to you both. And Datasha, we want to start with you. You were the 911 operator who took the call last year when 3 deputies had been shot after a fight. And in this chaos, you were able to remain calm, coordinate with other dispatchers, coordinate with other emergency services to ensure that these officers got the medical care they need. We're seeing some video of the night this happened. Tell us what you remember from this evening. And I imagine situations like this can be intense, to say the least.
It absolutely is. This night was actually very chaotic because of the situations that happened just the day before. We had lost our watch command supervisor that same day, and we were all pretty emotional when it occurred. And once things had kind of started to settle down, that's when the officer started calling out over the radio saying that he had been shot and begging for help. So honestly, when it comes down to it, the reason that I was able to stay calm with it was really just because of the training that I've had. As 911 dispatchers, we're trained to handle difficult situations like that and interact with callers and deputies where the majority of the time they're in the darkest moments of their lives. So we have to train our voices to be able to stay calm and to stay focused so that we can help them. And on the radios, the dispatchers set the pace and the tone for the officers. So it's crucial that we stay calm in high stress situations such as a pursuit or even a shots fired call where we have officers down.
You know, you've been in this position for 7 years, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And Natasha, when you answer, you're at work and you're doing your thing at work. When you answer these calls, as you were saying, you're trained to do this. This is your job. But those people on the other line are reaching out to you in a very desperate situation. And so no matter who that is, it's not someone calling to say hello, you know, it is a crucial situation that they're going through. And so when you talk about the training and the calm and to assess it, I can only imagine what it's like to kind of stay focused. And I know, again, that goes back to your training. When you realize here in that particular call that day, where it wasn't just one deputy, there were 3. When did you figure that out?
It was actually when he started calling out saying that he had been shot in the leg at first. Turns out he had been shot 6 times. And he advised that there was another officer that was down. And it wasn't until we started having units on scene that they advised that there was a 3rd officer down. And it was difficult trying to get all the information, trying to find out where the suspect was. Were we going to be looking for them? Was this an active shooter situation? What were we coming into? And how are we going to be able to get to these officers without injuring others?
A lot of decisions have to be made very quickly, I can imagine, in that situation. Sonia, tell us a little bit about just this network of 911 operators, because Natasha's story is incredible, but she's one of many people who every single day are often the unsung heroes because they work essentially behind the scenes.
That's exactly true. They're the first responder. In our area alone, we call it the Greater Houston metropolitan area. There's over 1,200 911 call takers, and they are working at about 36 different 911 call centers, all throughout Harrison, Fort Bend County alone. And they're there, as you said, throughout the day to be there for our time in need when we need the police, fire, or medical help.
Well, clearly the training is there, and that's something to be so proud of. And again, you received the 2021 911 Telecommunicator of the Year Award by the Texas chapter of the National Emergency Number Association. Reaction when you heard you were going to be the recipient of this award?
I was in shock. It still is such an honor and I'm beyond grateful to have been the recipient of that award, but I am honestly more grateful for the fact that those deputies were able to come out of that alive. And honestly, you know, just as you said before, then, you know, that I'm just one of many. And although I was the voice behind the mic that night, there were so many of us behind the scenes working together, coordinating together to try to get as much help as we could to those deputies, and not just, you know, to support them, but to support each other. Because yes, it is a difficult situation, and you know, we support each other emotionally and mentally, and we not only work as a team, but we work as a family there.
That's very nice. Well, Natasha, Sonia, thank you both for your time today, and thanks for your work to help keep our community safe.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much. We also want to remind folks that if they are looking for a career in 911 communications, to go to our site at 911.org, and you'll see our campaign there.
Thanks, Sonia.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much. That was...
Our next guest was only 11 years old when she started experiencing seizures, and it only got worse as Chastity Roberts got older. At one point, she was having nearly 30 seizures every single day until she met Dr. Nitin Tandon. So what finally helped her become seizure-free? Chastity and Dr. Tandon join us now with the answer. Welcome to you both. Thanks so much for your time. Chastity, I want to start with you. Pretty scary at 11 years old. Tell us what you remember about that time and as things seemed to get worse over time.
Hi, I just remember being terrified, not knowing what was going on, going doctor to doctor, taking medicine after medicine, and not being able to find an answer.
And during that time, you had also tried a number of things, right? Medication, that didn't seem to help. So surgery is eventually the option you chose?
Yes, that was our last resort, surgery.
And tell us about how you're doing today. I know, I understand you came from Lufkin and you moved down here close to the city up in Humble, and now you work as a nurse?
I do. I've completed nursing school and I'm still going to nursing school to continue my education, and I live an amazing life, one that I never thought that I'd be able to live.
No more seizures?
I have many opportunities, and it's wonderful.
And no more seizures at this point?
No more seizures.
That is incredible. Dr. Tandon, I want to bring you in. Let's talk about epilepsy. So this is a neurological condition faced by more people than we even realize. Talk to us about some of the treatment options that are available, and essentially, what is epilepsy? We're seeing some of that on our screen right now.
Yeah, it's exactly as you say on your screen. It's a neurological condition characterized by recurrent and unprovoked seizures. And it can be caused by a variety of different conditions in people's brains, including tumors of the brain, abnormalities of brain formation, areas of the brain that have scar or damage from a variety of different things in the past. And this is important. It's the second commonest neurological disorder after stroke. And so it's an extremely prevalent disorder. And cases like Chastity are actually not that uncommon. What is uncommon is the numbers that actually get seen by specialized centers for evaluation and surgical treatment.
Well, in epilepsy, I'm sure a lot of our viewers either know someone with epilepsy or have dealt with it themselves. 3 million Americans this condition affects. And you, Dr. Tandon, you've performed more than 3,000 cranial operations. So talk to us about the situation, like Chastity's situation. It's incredible that she went from 30 seizures every single day to now having none. What is the process? What's the surgical process that allows someone to achieve those results?
So the first caveat to this is that the type of seizure, the type of epilepsy that an individual needs to have should be focal, as in starting from one spot in the brain. Sometimes the MRI scan, which we use, shows us exactly where that spot is. But in Chastity's case, her MRI was actually normal. So we implanted probes in her brain to evaluate where the seizures were starting. She had some very interesting seizures that were accompanied by changes in vision, where there were things that she was seeing that weren't actually there. Hallucinations, if you will, almost visual hallucinations that she can tell us more about. And we used that information to guide the placement of these probes in the brain. With these probes, we were able to pinpoint a location that was responsible for the seizures. And then we took the probes out. She went home, recovered from that procedure, and we brought her back and removed a very small portion of the brain, about half the size of a golf ball, that was responsible for her seizures, very close to her visual regions, and therefore producing those kinds of seizures. And that journey is pretty typical in most patients with an intractable, which is a type of epilepsy that does not respond to medications. Either patients have a direct resection, or they undergo an evaluation with implanted electrodes to pinpoint seizure foci, and then a resection thereafter.
It really is incredible. And what's even more incredible in my mind is that many of these patients are actually awake, so you can talk to them during this process. We're out of time, but Chastity, final thoughts from you. What's your message to someone out there who is living with epilepsy?
that there are so many options for you. Please don't give up. Keep looking. If surgery is for you, it can help. It gave me a complete lease on life, a new lease on life. Just don't give up. Dr. Tandon's team really helped me, and I appreciate them.
Well, Chastity Roberts, Dr. Nitin Tandon, thank you so much for your time. Chastity, we're so glad to see you doing so well. Thanks again for your time.
Thank you.
And to our viewers, if you would like more information, you can go online, memorialhermann.org/epilepsy, or you can call 713-222-2273. Now let's send things on over to Miss Courtney Zavala. Hi, Courtney.
Hey, Derek, thanks so much. Well, you've heard of dressing for your body type, but do you know how to accentuate the best features in your home? The experts at 50 Floor shared their expert tips to help you find the most flattering floors for your space. Maria Sotolongo, it's always great to see you with 50 Floor.
Likewise.
Okay, this one is really has me intrigued, because when we're talking about new flooring, it can be tricky for people that have a smaller space. So how do we use the flooring to maybe deceive the eye a little bit?
Right. You know, we all want bigger spaces, and even in small rooms or maybe a mud room, even if you do have a big room and you want to make it look bigger, there are some tricks. We're going to talk about 3 of those today. The first, I think it's kind of intuitive, and a lot of us have heard that lighter colors tend to brighten up a room and therefore kind of have that kind of intuitive feel that it's bigger, right? So lighter color plank or lighter color, let's say carpets or tiles, that will definitely make that room look bigger. But then also, if you're talking about, like I said, planks, some people tend to think that the smaller planks are going to make a room look bigger. It's actually the bigger the plank, the more the eye kind of tends to think that the space is wider. So whether you're doing large tiles or large wood look anything, go for the wide kind of dimension, and that will make it look a little bit bigger. And then third, diagonal pattern. Can you believe that? Have you seen, you know what I'm talking about?
I do, because it's a new kind of newish design trend, right?
Yes, and you know, if you do kind of have that crisscross pattern to that small room, that is going to elongate the room. So those are just some of the little tricks that our experts will talk to you about when they come home and give you a free consultation.
We need to remember those 3 things, keep them in our back pocket when we're ready for that. Let's talk about all the goodness with 50 Floor, because you guys are really set apart from the rest of the companies out there.
Right, and that is one of the main things, Courtney, that we will come to you. There is no big box store. We're going to bring hundreds of samples. If you know what you want, well, we will bring you plenty of those to choose from. But if you're not sure, an expert will come, again, with hundreds of those samples, ready to kind of compare and contrast with your furniture, with your lighting, with your cabinets, right there in your own space.
And that is really the key, when you're seeing it in your space, in the lighting, and also options. You're not bringing home just a little piece.
Right. And you know, if you're talking about tile or wood, sometimes you do need a bigger kind of idea of what you're going to do, and you're not going to get that going to the store, but we will bring it to you.
I love that. Bringing it to us makes it so much easier. Also, the process is easy and convenient too.
Yes, 50 Floor is all about home improvement done right. So go to our website, give us a call. We will come to you, and we will make sure that the process is going to be very easy, very stress-free, and we will come, we will remove all the furniture for you on installation day. You do not have to lift a finger. We're going to remove that carpet or that old floor, whatever you have in place right now. And then comes the fun part. You're going to get new floor. And usually we can do this very efficiently in 1 day.
Okay, that is music to our ears, because sometimes that installation process can be sort of a nightmare.
Yes, it can take a long time and people dread it, but not with 50 Floor.
All month long, 50 Floor has a special offer for Houston Life viewers to save 60% off all materials. And if you call within the next hour and use the promo code Houston Life, you're going to get an extra $100 off your order as well. Call 877-50-FLOOR. That's 877-503-5667. Or you can visit them at 50floor.com.
All right, still to come, Lauren Kelly has our afternoon pick-me-up. She is live in Katy at a brand new coffee spot you're sure to love, a latte. Hey, Lauren.
You guys, dream job today. I am here at Scooters. It's their new location in Katy off of Rye Road. We're getting you the scoop on how you can be a part of their grand opening celebration with half-off drinks via their mobile app. Details when Houston Life returns. Just check.
Welcome back to Houston Live. Courtney and Derek back with you on this Friday Eve.
Yeah, as always, we are so glad to have you with us. Why don't we check in with Keith, Christine, and Frank for a look at what's coming up on the news at 4 o'clock. Hi, friends.
Hey, are you holding on to that couch? Because, my goodness, it's been another breezy day.
I know, this is crazy.
Seriously, rinse and repeat, Frank.
You know, it's come down a little bit. We don't have a lot of 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts, but we certainly have 22, 23. So.
Oh, those 20s are nothing.
I know, right? I know. And it's going to continue. I mean, we have a front on Monday. Until that gets through here, this breezy condition is going to stay right with us. 17 right now downtown, 20 at Southwest, and 17 in Galveston. So those are sustained winds, still gusting into the low 20s, and it's warm. 87 Southwest right now, and no rain to go with this. We had some cloud cover earlier today. That has since peeled off, so we're generally sunny. In fact, across the state, it's on the quiet side. Going to be walking the dog. This is Dove. A lot of love with Dove, I know. Look for 84 at 4, 82, 80, 78. So it remains on the mild side and a bit on the breezy side. And the same for Earth Day, which is tomorrow. 72 to start the day, 80 at 11, 86 in the afternoon, and 80 at 7. So it really is a rinse and repeat. The winds may go up even a tad tomorrow, but certainly Saturday and Sunday ahead of the next front. We'll look for an increase in those. Temperatures, too, go up from 86 to 88 by Sunday. We'll talk about that front and what looks to be a pretty good rain chance, which we need on Monday. That's straight ahead in weather.
We sure do. Okay, thank you, Frank.
Okay. All right, and here's a look at some of the other stories we're covering for you at 4 o'clock today. First, the search intensifies for a young woman who's been missing since Friday. Felicia Johnson was last seen along West Little York Road, where volunteers are searching today, and why they chose this specific area as the focal point of their efforts.
And in just a matter of hours, the man who killed a Houston police officer 3 decades ago will be put to death. He's the oldest inmate on death row in Texas and will be the oldest inmate ever executed by the state. Investigator Robert Arnold is in Huntsville, where he will witness the execution. We will hear from Robert ahead at 4 o'clock.
Plus, as the war in Ukraine rages on, people and groups across our area have stepped up to send much needed help for the women and children fleeing the country. Our Zach Lajway takes us inside the latest local efforts happening in our area, you two.
That is so nice to see people coming together. Hey, and just quick question, Keith, is it like a new way to tie your tie? I'm just curious.
No, I just kind of just ran in and threw on mics and stuff and just decided to just.
How about shoes?
Yeah.
Shoes? Do you have shoes on?
Together.
And they're tied, yes.
Okay.
So
well, hey, listen, can't have both, okay?
Yeah, no, it's either one or the other. We're never totally 100% there.
Well, our apologies. We're just asking the questions the viewers want answers.
Of course, of course. Yeah, not a new style.
He's a cool dude.
We'll see you at the top of the hour, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Scooter's Coffee has been making delicious brewed coffee, blended beverages, and smoothies since 1998, and making people smile with every sip is their goal.
All the way back since the 1900s, my goodness. Lauren Kelly is live at their brand new store location in Katy this afternoon with a look at their 400th store. Lauren, that's quite a milestone.
You guys, this is one of my favorite places in town, and they just opened their 400th, like you said, 400th location right here in Katy. It's off of Fry Road, and I'm chatting with Becca Flores. You've been with Scooters for almost a decade, right?
Almost,
That's
yes.
crazy.
Yeah.
You are the small market manager, so you're in town with this one, and give us a little background about Scooters.
So Scooters started in 1998, and we're approaching 450 locations across 20 states. So our goal by 2024 is to open up 1,000 locations.
Amazing coffee, amazing people, amazingly fast drinks. And the best part about the menu, it's so big. There's something for everyone. So if you want something in the morning, you're covered. If you want something for an afternoon pick-me-up, you're covered. And the drinks can be hot, iced, or blended. All right, so you're going to make one of the most popular drinks. It is called
the Carmalicious Blender.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and do that? I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to watch her make it. So this is one of the most popular drink items that they have on the menu. Why don't you go ahead and tell us quickly what's in it?
So we use freshly pulled espresso for our drinks. We do that for all hot ice and blended beverages.
Okay.
And then we use an ice cream base that comes from Omaha, Nebraska from our bakery.
Okay, that sounds good. And I want to tell you, while Becca is making this, they have a grand opening celebration that's tomorrow. Is that going to be at this location,
Yes,
Becca?
it is. Yep.
And so like we mentioned, you can come in and get drinks at half price, you have to order through their mobile app. And when I'm telling you that these guys make their drinks so fast, they are going to guarantee that you get it in under 3 minutes, which is so great. You know the wait time is not going to be long. Also, I want to mention you have a day of giving tomorrow, too. Becca, tell everybody how you guys have partnered up with the Houston Humane Society.
Yep, so tomorrow we will be partnering with them with a mobile adoption unit from 9 to 11 a.m. With Catch Adopt to, for people to come out to adopt. And then we're giving out pup cups. So for every pup cup we give out, we're giving $2 to the Houston Humane Society.
Becca, you know that I only live a couple blocks away. I have 2 pups. I'm going to be here for that. If you guys want more info on Scooter's Coffee, scooterscoffee.com, or you can always give them a call, 281-819-7140 for more information. Like Becca said, they have a ton of locations, but this is the one that you need to be at right here on Fry Road in Katy tomorrow. Look at that, the Carmalicious coming my way. I don't even want to drink it because it looks so pretty, but you know it's not going to make it back to the studio. Derek and Courtney, cheers to a pick-me-up this afternoon.
Ugh.
Back to you guys.
Looks so good, Lauren.
It does look so good. Enjoy it, and we'll see you.
Not a pup cup.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Very nice. Okay, thank you, Lauren. After the break, how about cleaning smarter, not harder? We have got 4 simple ways to help spruce up your home like a pro this spring.
But first, let's check in with Joe Sam, who's having a ball for a great cause. Hi, Joe.
Hey, speaking of a ball, you guys, we're going to be talking about the celebrity dodgeball charity event that's going to be happening here at Pitch 25. You can already see our celebrities are warming up right now. When we come back, we're going to be getting into a real game of dodgeball with them. That's when Houston Life returns. Woo! Make sure I don't get hit. Welcome back here to Houston Life. We are dodging into a good cause this weekend for Houston's hottest and most dopest celebrity dodgeball charity event. We're talking about the dodgeball with the dodgeball pros here. We have Justin and Whitney. Before we came back on, we were talking about the foundations that this is going to be supporting. So I want you guys to give some information about those foundations and the cause behind it before we get into our game, our intense game of dodgeball.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So up the play is going to be the With Mercy Foundation, and we support families raising children with disabilities. Partner up with organizations, shift our focus each year as far as the disability. This year we're focusing on bipolar disorder. So please support.
Absolutely. And Justin, same for you. What are we supporting this year?
Yeah, I'm very excited to announce the launch of J Read Indeed, which should be an organization focusing on underserved areas, primarily youth, and not only providing them their nutritional needs as far as after-school meals, but also access to educational resources, specifically in the tech zone area. So building computer labs, teaching Excel courses, tools that'll serve them the rest of their life.
All right, so of course you guys already heard the great cause that is going to be supporting some other foundations as well, also being in support for this event here. But before we get into all of the madness that we're about to get into, do you guys have any tips for me before I start playing this dodgeball game with you? Because these are the pros.
What is it? Duck, dive,
dip, dodge, dive, duck, and dodge again, man. Make sure you line up.
Whose team am I on? Whose team should I be on?
Hey, you can go ahead and go over there. It's all good, man.
All right, well, let's start it off. We're going to give them a little preview. This is the winner circle right here. So we're going to give them a little preview of what you guys are going to be seeing on Saturday when it kicks off between 1 to 4. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's see what we got going on. All right? All right.
When we get the ball, we're going to start like this. That's right.
I'm not good at this, you guys. We're going to continue to let the pros play. All right, I got a sweat breaking right now. We're going to send things back to you guys in the studio. We're going to have all the information on how you can check this event out up on our website, HoustonLife.tv. Courtney, Derek, I need a bottle of water.
All right, good job, Joe. Lots of fun to be had for sure. Be careful getting out of there. Well, spring has sprung, and it's that time of year to tackle spring cleaning.
Yes, Catherine Emery, lifestyle expert. Finally, she is back here with her 4 tips to make that job so much easier. And Kat, when you come on the show, we love it because you spend so much time researching all these like gadgets that make our lives easier. What do you have today?
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that, Derek. It's so nice to see you both. So I've been running around all these trade shows. Who likes to spring clean? Show of hands. Exactly.
Who likes to any clean?
I like the robots to do it for me. So you'll see here, I've got a couple items and also things that do multiple things at once. So do you want this right here? This is a wet dry vac in one. So as you can see, there's a little wet mess on the front here. A little wet mess,
which I'm just going to add.
Pour a little bit more.
So
what we love about this is this is the Roborock. So I found these at Consumer Electronics Show. It's got multiple motors, and multiple rollers. It's going to automatically know if it's a wet or dry mess and change the direction of the motor.
Oh my
Isn't that amazing?
Look at that.
It does so many things. You heard it talking to you too. There you go. You can just leave it on. She tells you tank full. So it's also, look at how little it is too. You can just get where you need to go. I love it because it goes, the rollers go the length of the head there. Oh, and then we have our robot vac too. Because Court, are you feeling me here? Do you like to vac? You like to mop?
No, and especially with a dog.
This is also the vacuum here. Come on, here we go. The robots aren't listening to me, but they also listen to Alexa. Too bad we don't have her on set.
Wait, so Catherine, this will clean up the mess. Just to recap, it'll clean up a spill, but then also work as a regular vacuum.
It's
so
a wet dry vac.
A wet dry,
absolutely.
2 in 1.
So it's everything you need in one, and this will vacuum and mop for you, and then it will clean itself. So this is also Roborock. This is the Max Plus. You know, we've all seen the Roombas, right? But this also mops, but then it takes care of that dirty water. So not only does it vacuum and mop for you, it cleans itself. Can we get my kid in on this program? I mean, come on, right?
This is amazing.
So the Roborock robots have it.
Mopping and vacuuming
and
in one.
Both of these are good for hardwoods?
Yes.
All floor types?
And carpet, they can go under. This has like a vibrise. It'll scrub, but then it'll sense when it needs to lift a little bit more. It also has AI. It's got a 3D camera.
Look,
so
I don't even know what any of that is. If it's going to do it for me, sign me up.
It's basically the latest innovation.
So cool.
So Roborock, I love them. Found them at CES.
Here?
So here we go. Everybody grab a drill because you know what? Why are we going to use our own power? Roto Scrub and Roto Plumb. So you're using your drill to clean. Tile, tub, shower. You just put these little pads on there. It goes onto any drill.
That is
right?
genius.
So that's Roto Scrub. Sorry, Roborock is hitting you. And then Courtney, you feel me, girl. Are your clogs constantly drained? I mean, I'm sorry, constantly drained. I wish, right?
Wait, you're talking because of the hair?
Plugged. Yes, exactly.
So this is like a DIY home version of what a plumber does.
Isn't that amazing? So Roto Plumber. So these are Lowe's items. I love them. I mean, hence the blue right there.
And this just works with any drill.
Any drill. So you just put it right on there. Roborock is.
How much is that thing?
So, oh gosh, I don't know. You got to go to the Lowe's.
But it's less expensive than calling a plumber, for sure.
And I love it.
And probably better than using a wire hanger.
Absolutely. Tub, shower, anywhere. You can put that down there. So we all know that updating our cabinet hardware can really change the look and feel for spring.
Yeah.
And it's so easy. See right there. So what I like, this is Liberty Hardware's antimicrobial finish on there. So you can actually update the look and feel of the hardware. Switch plates, knobs, pulls, where people are touching the most, where all the germs are, right?
Beautiful.
Yeah. That antimicrobial protection is built onto the finish and it lasts a lifetime.
Genius.
So, and then last but not least, you guys use microfiber. Microfiber is the mighty, it's looped thousands of times. You have microfiber at your house, right? So these are quickie. These are from Home Depot and I love them. Here's the beautiful thing. You just get it wet. That's all you need because the microfiber is looped thousands of times. It effectively removes all those germs instead of pushing them around like paper towels and cotton cloth.
Great for blinds too, right?
You throw them in the wash and use them over and over again. So those, just get microfiber. Microfiber's the best thing to clean.
Very good. And they do last for years. I mean, we've had ours for years.
It's good for the environment.
These are so cool. And that robot is about to get your feet again.
Well,
it scared me. It scared me a little bit earlier.
But he's not hitting us
no.
because of the AI, the camera, the lights.
Always bringing in good things. Coming up, Catherine is sticking around to show us 4 sustainable home updates for the outside of your home just in time for Earth Day. Keep it right here. Oh, and it's looking at my feet.
Oh, it loves your toes.
It's going around, though. Isn't that amazing?
Tickle, tickle. We'll be right back.
Well, Earth Day is tomorrow, and we are back now with some home improvements with lifestyle expert Catherine Emery, who has some really great tips to enhance the outside of our homes. You always bring the latest and greatest.
Thank you for having me again. And I just want to know, do you want to know how to save green and go green?
Let's do it.
Yard? Okay,
Let's do it.
I don't know about you guys, because watering is a brown thumb over here, right here. I can't keep anything alive. So I like smart sprinkler controllers, because they're going to assess lawn needs, plant needs. They're going to look at soil. They're going to look at data for sun exposure, time of the year. So you install it onto your existing sprinkler control, and then it will do all the work for you.
And then, so this, we just saw shots of the app that you can use on your phone, and you control it all through your app?
Ratio 3, yep, and they do it all through your app. You can get Alexa into the game, but you can also control it via your phone. So say there's gonna be a heat wave, it already knows, and it will give more water, or if it's gonna rain. Do you ever walk by and you see people watering?
Yes.
So you're saving money, and you're saving water, and things are green, because I don't know how to keep things green. Now, do you guys do your own yard care?
At our house, we have a very small lawn, but I mow my mom's lawn.
Let's fire it up.
She actually has one of these. Guys, this is amazing. You're not going to pull your shoulder out of the socket anymore.
No emissions for gas, right? So you're using battery power. You really aren't giving up the performance, though. Like, this is a mower. It's going to last you 45 minutes of runtime. It's got a steel deck, 6 different cutting positions. Courtney, I don't know if you want to get blown away here.
Listen, I love a good leaf blower.
Right, this is Green Machine. So this is a 62-volt platform. This is a HomeDepot.com exclusive if you guys wanted to find it. But once you're in on the battery, it changes. So it goes from the mower to the blower.
You're going to be even higher.
You can white snake me if you want.
You
can white snake me if you want. Yeah, right?
Pardon?
My contacts
We are feeling the power with Green Machine.
But that is major.
An hour and a half. It goes 140 miles per hour.
These are great
it's
because, Catherine, they've been on the market for enough years that they've really perfected the technology. We have a blower like this as well. We love it, and my mom loves her mower.
Yep.
Okay, is this a purse?
Yes, you can actually use it as a bag. So this is cool. These are products by Coolaroo, and why I love this is, so did you know if you create a shade structure outside, especially in Houston, you can actually reduce your energy bills. So they have these really fun pop-up sail shades. So it's going to block those UV rays.
Yes.
Mold, moisture, stain resistant.
Oh, cool.
However, the breeze can get through. It's an HDPE fabric. So it's great for shade structures like you can see here. Also, these are grow bags. So you can actually grow plants in there. The roots can breathe. You're not overwatering. Again, are you sensing a theme? I like help with my yard work, right?
Girl,
so
I can't keep anything.
You put the soil directly into this.
It's in here, and it'll just grow, and it gives the roots room to grow.
You are
They make
kidding.
pet beds. They make all sorts of stuff. That HDPE fabric is really it. So it's all Coolaroo USA, but I love these.
That is
they can
amazing.
be temporary or permanent or semi-permanent. You
Right.
can see from the pictures. All right, who has experienced a blackout? We're in Houston.
Once or twice.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Listen, the freeze last year in Texas was a big deal, and a lot of people started talking about upgrading and getting a generator at home.
Yeah, and we're on the heels of hurricane season.
Right, and until now, they've mostly been gas-powered or propane-powered. So then what about the prices of gas if you can't get to it?
Yeah.
So I went to National Hardware Show, and I saw a plethora of these solar-powered ones. Isn't that amazing? So you pop up the solar panels. In 8 hours, you have up to 7 days in this generator, so you can plug in all of your essentials. So you can plug in your refrigerator, you can plug in all different things. Isn't that great? You can also power it via your car or so if you wanted to take it camping.
Sure.
But you could say energy prices are spiking. You can power things in here instead of relying on the grid. So more and more people are doing this yo-yo mentality. You're on your own, and you don't want to rely on the grid. But isn't that amazing? It's by a company called Generarc, but I love that. Isn't it so easy? Solar panels up, you're good to go.
So you plug those into the battery pack.
Yes, exactly.
You charge the battery pack,
Yep.
and then you have all of those little AC
so
outlets.
It's powered by the solar panels
That is
versus
genius.
gas or propane, but such an amazing innovation. And we're on our own, right? Take the power into your own hands. You're doing your yard. You're powering your house. It's all good.
And who
It's
has
all
time
good.
to go fill up a gas can and fill up your mower?
No.
Going electric is great.
And
Thanks
no
for bringing
emissions.
us these Earth Day options, Catherine.
Happy
It's great
Earth
to see
Day.
you.
Yeah, you too.
Great to see you. Thanks
The
for
best.
making it all easier. To connect with Catherine, check out the link unseen on Houston Live section of our website.
And after the break, a look at what's coming up on tomorrow's show, including another home project. This time, we're talking about starting a garden on a budget.
And as we head to break, let's check in with Kevin Frazier for a look at what's coming up on entertainment tonight. Hi, Kevin.
Courtney and Derek, make sure you tune into ET tonight for the celebs getting dragged into Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's court battle, plus the Kardashians versus Blac Chyna, and where's Rihanna? Days away from giving birth, and her boyfriend, A$AP Rocky's been arrested. What we know, that's tonight at 6:30 right here on KPRC2, but don't go anywhere because Houston Life will be right back.
Coming up tomorrow on Houston Life, embrace your green thumb for Earth Day. We're going to show you how to garden in a very tight space and also on a budget.
Also, plus, ever heard of trying a plant-based diet but still eating the meat, dairy, and fish you love? Dr. Ian Smith is sharing how we can increase our plant-based eating with simple tips and recipes from his new book, Plant Power.
Dr. Smith is so incredible. I think he's written about 20 books at this point.
Something like that, yeah.
Looking forward to seeing him. Well, happy Earth Day, everyone. And thanks again to Catherine Emery for, keeping our hair looking its best with the, with that thing.
Loves a good leaf blower.
I think you need some action on Courtney's hair there, Catherine. Go for it. Come on, give us your supermodel. There we go.
There it is.
Okay, we're going to send things over to Keith and Christine in Studio A. Thanks, Kat.
That was a
fun.
really good hair blow.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yes.